Maradona's autopsy expert says soccer legend died after long agony. Major Commissioner Mauricio Cosinelli, Diego Armando Maradona's autopsy expert, testified before the court that at the time of his death, the popular idol had a heart that weighed more than twice the normal size, had generalized edema from head to toe and signs of a long agony, which could have lasted up to 12 hours. Cosinelli, who at the time was Director of Legal Medicine of the Scientific Police, said that Maradona had an accumulation of 4.5 liters of water in the body, 3 of which were in the abdomen. In addition, he said that the water he found in the body does not form in a day, in 2 or in 4, but is something that is progressing. Although he clarified that he could not specify the exact time, he spoke of a minimum of 10 days. He really is back. Neymar scored an incredible free kick and celebrates as Maradona in World Cup '94. In Maradona's heart, a dilated cardiomyopathy was discovered, a disease of the heart muscle that causes the heart's chambers to enlarge and stretch. The expert specified in his testimony that Maradona's heart weighed twice as much as a normal heart, and that they found cruaric clots that only form when the patient goes through a period of agony. While he could not determine the exact time the former soccer player's agony lasted, he said that from 12:30 at night he did not receive controls, so he said that he could have had an agony of up to 12 hours. The witness made his statement relying on explicit images of the autopsy that were exhibited before a full courtroom. "All fat," the expert said, pointing to Maradona's lung, and then showed sick kidneys, with what he defined as signs of nephrosclerosis. He also had liver cirrhosis, said the expert, displaying an image of the liver. Gianna Maradona, who returned to the trial on Thursday after giving a statement last Tuesday, left the hearing before the images of her father's autopsy were shown. The autopsy concluded that Maradona died on November 25, 2020. As a result of acute pulmonary edema secondary to exacerbated chronic heart failure. Acute secondary pulmonary edema is a medical emergency that occurs when there is a buildup of fluid in the lungs and can be due to heart failure or lung damage thought from the forensic examination. The expert estimated the time of death between 9 a.m. and 12 noon. At the request of the defendant's defense, expert Pablo Ferrari, an official expert of the Supreme Court of the province of Buenos Aires, carried out another forensic report last year that contradicts the one presented on Thursday. In his 25-page report, he assured that Maradona had not received medical or pharmacological assistance related to a coronary pathology, and estimated the agonizing condition in minutes or, at most, a few hours. The San Isidro prosecutor's office had questioned this document, considering that the expert report was carried out without a forensic team. In 72 hours and based on evidence from the defense of the neurosurgeon Leopoldo Luque, the star's personal physician, who allegedly insisted on home care instead of admission to a health clinic. Another of the accused is psychiatrist Agustina Kosakov, who is accused of failing to administer Maradona's medication correctly, ignoring the side effects and falsifying a certificate of a visit to the late former footballer. Also in the dock are psychoanalyst Carlos Diaz, doctor and coordinator of the private health company, Swiss medical Nancy Ferlini, clinical doctor Pedro Di Spagna, nursing coordinator Mariano Peroni and nurse Ricardo Almiron. Maradona's autopsy expert says soccer legend died after long agony. The court trying 7 defendants for the death of Maradona decided on Thursday not to remove the idol's sisters from the lawsuit, after it was requested by Diego Jr.'s lawyer, one of his sons, arguing that they had illegitimately benefited from Maradona's trademark. The court unanimously decides that it is not appropriate to separate the sisters from the case, said the court composed of judges Maximiliano Savarino, Veronica Di Tommaso, and Giulietta McIntosh.